The viewpoint of a certain panel matters. Quite a lot actually, ranging from more dynamic perspectives to simple close-up shots. The atmosphere can't just only be directed by the dialogue, but by also what you see. And Bloom Into You is a coming-of-age Yuri manga which does this fantastically. Hello, and I'm your lesbianology lecturer for this video, and today we're going to dive into the depth of subtle actions in Bloom Into You and how it enhances the whole story. On the very first panel of the first chapter, I Can't Reach for the Stars, we have a top-down viewpoint of our main character Koito Yu, laying on her bed, listening to music and questioning love. Already this gives us a lot. A common Yuri trope featured in this work is when the main character doesn't know what love is or yearns for it, and this panel makes it quite obvious what we're dealing with. We're currently watching from a higher perspective, floating literally compared to her emotional floating and indecisiveness over the term love. We can see multiple books scattered across the bed. Books have that connotation of knowledge, and the fact that they're all over the place can suggest that she's uncertain. Also, the fact that the artist chose to draw her lying down suggests this sense of vulnerability in her thoughts. Even her listening to music, she's completely dissociated from what's around her, from thinking about what it means to love. It begs the question, what would happen to her if she met someone that could help her understand? The next page is a double page spread of the MC on the right and the love interest Nanami Toko on the left, both holding a curtain in different ways. This double panel is in fact insane foreshadowing. In essence, the double panel foreshadows a lot of the developments for the coming chapters and also the general type of character the main character and love interest is. For example, Yu, our main character, hides a part of herself behind the curtain. This clearly suggests a sign of doubt and interpersonal conflict. Furthermore, she's drawn averting her eyes as if she doesn't know what to look for, similar to how she doesn't know where to find or understand love. Toko on the left leads the curtain along her finger, rather than grabbing the curtain itself, a sign of uncertainty, but unlike Yu, she tries to extend a hand to her, and this very blatantly foreshadows the confession at the end of chapter 1 and how she leads in most of the romantic interactions. These are just two instances of how small actions hint entire plot lines, but from these first two pages alone, we already know the types of characters these two are and what to expect from them, and Bloom Into You loves being consistent with these ideas. For example, the motif of the bed and reaching the stars is continued, as in chapter 4, Toko literally gives Yu an astral projector, and Yu sits upright on the bed reaching out to these stars in her room. After meeting Toko, she's finally able to get some stability and ground what her big question of love is, until in chapter 9, after Toko visits Yu in her house to study, plenty of emotions and thoughts now run through her mind. What is this feeling she has for Toko? Is this good? Why did Toko fall in love with her at first sight? And she lays down on her bed just like in chapter 1, highlighting her uncertainty with love after thinking she could finally understand it. This manga portrays growth from these teenager insecurities amazingly. For example, this motif of sleep slowly grows more personal and intimate over time between Toko and Yu, and overall, Bloom Into You has so many interesting interpretations for such subtle details in the story. Anyways, thank you for listening to my little ramble. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It's completely free and I really do hope to make more of these kinds of videos. That's all from me, thank you once more, and I'll see you next episode on Bloom Into You 101. Bye!